It's that time of year. Millions of students across the country will soon head back to school. But in Texas, the topics students will learn in their social studies classes are under hot debate. The Texas State Board of Education is now in the process of revising its social studies curriculum for the first time in over a decade. Joining us now to weigh in, Chairman of the Moms for Liberty Travis County, Texas chapter, Jackie Besinger. Jackie, thank you for being here. I know you're joining us from CPAC. I want to sort of address that first. Are the attendees there that you're talking to at CPAC, how do they feel? What are they telling you about what they're worried about, what their kids may be learning in school curriculums and CRT and the concerns that moms have?
So thank you for having me. So what we are finding right now is that the Texas Board of Education is rewriting history and education. The entire curriculum for the K to 12 is taking completely the Christian base and values of Texas. We see an indoctrination that is Marxist to the core, which this State Board of Education was not really supposed to make the changes until January. And so now we're finding that it's undermining the family values, and it's undermining as well the upcoming new board. So that's pretty frustrating, and this is what's happening to start.
And Jackie, let us show our viewers a couple of the examples of changes to the social studies curriculum. You can see here on our screen, they want to remove before Christ and year of our Lord calendar dating system. They want to replace references to Japanese American internment with the word incarceration. And amazingly, and unclear why, they want Moses excluded as a historical figure. Is this really the gist of what is upsetting moms like you?
Yes, and they're removing also completely "In God We Trust," which is by state law is supposed to be in all classrooms, but they're removing that also. So all Christian values removed, and they're going to have 8th graders learning about abortion and learning about gay pride. Nothing wrong to learning, but why are we removing education and adding something that should stay in the privacy of the home and of the individual? And so we're finding that there's an influence of also CRT under DEI, which, you know, it sounds great, you know, equity, diversity, and inclusion, but it takes away religion, it takes away values, and it also takes away things that we are supposed to be teaching our kids, you know, but because in God we trust, curriculums that matter are being completely removed, and history, geography, sociology, all civics are all under CRT.
Well, Jackie, you talk about the inequities. Let me play for you a soundbite from the Texas State Board of Education Social Studies Department Director. Here is what she says about these changes.
I would be remiss if I did not stress that inequities definitely exist in our current society. Everyone is not afforded the same access and agency to opportunities. If we want our graduates from Texas schools to truly be competitive, responding courageously to inequities, affirming values is an invaluable skill set. It's not personal. It's being responsible as educators.
Being responsible as educators is what she says. Jackie, what's your reaction to that?
Okay, it sounds great, but the reality that has nothing to do. You're taking essential values away, and you're using equity as a weapon to indoctrinate children so that they can become, you know, the next, I don't know what, you know, everything is sexualizing the children. Everything is about race, and that's what they're trying to do. This is not to be, that's actually irresponsible to say that this is how it has to go from this point on. They're taking away Texas family values. what they're trying to do.
And Jackie, this process has just begun. As I understand it, the final decision comes in November. Do you believe that voices like yours will be heard in the final decision?
I am hoping so, because we also want our great governor to get involved in this, because what is happening is that the changes in this curriculum were not supposed to be made until January, when we have a new state board of education. And this was rushed. And we don't understand what is the reasoning. Perhaps it's because they don't want the new state board to be able to voice, their concerns and make changes that are based on family values. So I think that there is something in the background that we still don't know what it is.
Yeah.
That is trying to undermine family values.
Well, you're hopeful, but just in the last 20 seconds we have, do you believe that the State Board of Education folks are listening to you?
Yes.
You do? All right. Jackie Besinger, the Moms for Texas fighting for the curriculums in those social studies books. Thank you for joining us from CPAC.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.